Hey guys, it's your girl Jade. This week's paranormal vlog type thing, it's taken me a little while to actually do it because I knew the guy personally. My mom used to work with this guy. She basically was an assistant manager. I think she even did some time as a manager of this restaurant that this guy used to run. It used to be his. I think back before franchise was, you know how franchise stores are. You own the store, but you still have to adhere to company policies. Um, but this guy, he ran the store for quite some time. I think he allowed me to start working there when I was 11. I just washed dishes. I couldn't do anything else because you had to be a certain age to cook or wait tables, things like that. But he gave me a job on the weekends doing dishes just for a little bit of extra money. Now, when this guy passed away, there was two different stories. Both of them started out with he was driving. He had I want to say it was a shotgun in the front seat. I don't remember what kind of vehicle it was. The first story is it was an accident. He hit a speed bump and the shotgun went off and killed him. The second one was that he stopped in a neighborhood, from what I understand, that was very close to where my stepdad lived, and he killed himself. I don't know what happened. I don't remember all the details, but shortly thereafter, everyone decided to put his picture up on the wall, and I know there was one time we had a new waitress in the store. Of course, these people are like, I don't believe that this place is haunted, because we told everyone, hey, if you see or hear weird things happening, don't worry, it's just this guy. Well, of course, a lot of them were like, oh, well, we don't believe this. We don't believe in ghosts and hauntings and things like that. So, she'd gone back into the cooler, and next thing we hear is like this blood-curdling scream from this girl. Now, the only way for anyone to get into the cooler is come through the back door, which was locked, the side door that leads out to the hallway and to the bathrooms, which you can only open that if you were in the back room yourself, or going through the swinging door that leads out onto the floor where all the tables are. This girl was the only person in the back room, but she'd gone into the cooler, screamed. We all go back there, and she says that there's a man standing in the cooler. We go in there, there's no one there. Another one is, I think my mom was working this time, and I may have just been up there visiting, and an ashtray, it was back when you could still smoke in restaurants. They had a smoking section and a non-smoking section. There was an ashtray sitting on the counter, and it just flies from the counter all the way to the back room. Crashes on the floor. I don't remember if it broke or not. There was another one. I think I was in the back room. I was stacking eggs. In some restaurants, if you can see them cooking, they'll have like this metal crate or rack thing that holds the eggs to cook. Well, I was stacking one of those up. Actually, I was stacking a whole box of eggs for the next day. And one of the racks of eggs that I had just done flew off the back table and hit the wall above the ice machine. Fun times. I had to clean that crap up. We had this guy that came in, applied for a job as a cook. He was the night shift cook, or third shift, graveyard shift, whatever you want to call it. And I was waiting tables that night. And it was like his first couple of nights, and I told him, I was like, hey, stuff's been going on, don't worry about it, yada, yada, yada. He's like, I don't believe in all this stuff. I've done told y'all this. I'm like, okay, fine. It happens to everyone, though. Your time is coming. So he goes out, I think he was taking trash out, lit up a cigarette, and walks out the back door. And right next to the back door, we had this cleaning rack on, like, this side. Then you have the door right here. He walks through and comes back, like, after a few minutes, comes back inside. And I'd just seen him outside. He didn't have his hat on, because I think I'd gone out back for something. And then he comes back in, and his hat drops down onto his head. It scared the crap out of him, because that's something he just did not believe in. He was not used to happening. But something had picked his hat up and kept it up in the air while he went out to take the garbage. Or while he went to take the garbage out. So, I had heard that a year or so after I moved out of that town, they took his picture down. And they sold the place to corporate. Corporate took over. They took his picture off the wall. The building is still there, from what I understand now, if I remember correctly, but it's no longer the same place. It's been named something totally different. They shut it down, and they sold it to another company. But shortly after them taking his picture down off the wall, activity started picking up really badly. And I want to say maybe a year or two later, that's when the place shut down completely and they sold it. Now, I have not been in there since. They've renamed it, redone everything on it. I just can't bring myself to it, because my mom worked there for years. I worked there with my mom. I don't remember if my sister worked there, but that's where I started my whole waitressing thing. Just years and years of waitressing, because, like, I think I started waiting tables when I was 16. I was doing it overnight. All the cops knew me. They knew my mom. They knew if I was there working, she knew I was there, because she's the one that's made the schedule for me. So I wasn't, and it was only like during the summer that I was waiting tables overnight. So it's a bunch of hard memories to actually go into that place now and see what they've done to it. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Love you. Peace.